Meet me in court. Oskotepa San slams Rivers Sole administrator, declares return of NBA's 300 million naira unconstitutional. Okay, now it's about to be a battle. It's about to be a battle. So the administrator said they should return money. NBA says they are not going to return the money, and they've told the sole administrator, if it's sure for you, meet me in court. Okay, now it's about to be a drama. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, J.S. Okutepa, has taken a firm stand against calls to refund the 300 million naira donation from Rivers State Governor Sim Fubara to the Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) for his 2025 annual General Conference, originally planned for Port Harcourt. In a detailed statement, Okutepa described demands to return the funds, particularly to the controversial sole administrator of Rivers State, as both unlawful and impractical. Well, returning it to him, the sole administrator, it might be a wrong move though. If it was Fubara asking for the money, now maybe they would have returned it. It is unlawful and impractical while challenging proponents of a self-funded NBA to lead by example. His statement is, I have read the views of some of my colleagues that the NBA should return the sum of 300 million naira donated to it by the legitimate Rivers State Governor for the 2025 Annual General Conference of the Bar, which was initially scheduled to hold in Rivers State in August this year. Some of my colleagues went further to argue that the NBA should not collect money from the government and that the NBA must be self-funding. Plausible and sound as these arguments may be, I think most are not rooted in the realities of our situation as Nigerian lawyers. But before returning to this, let me repeat what I said earlier on this 300 million naira. I have expressed the view that even if the 300 million naira given to the NBA by Governor Sim Fubara was for hosting rights, as claimed by the illegal and unconstitutional sole administrator of Rivers State, saying that illegal and unconstitutional sole administrator, it will be unconstitutional and unlawful for the NBA to return the money to the sole administrator. Doing so would amount to recognizing him as a legitimate authority in Rivers State. I do not even think the sole administrator deserves a reply from the NBA. If you feel strongly about this case, you should go to court and enforce the alleged breach of the hosting rights agreement. We will meet him there. In any case, was he appointed as a debt collector? I like this one. Or to restore peace in Rivers State. Mr. Sole Administrator, are you a debt collector? Or are you a peacemaker? Which one? Which one? Do the job that they say you should come and do. Why do you want to collect money back? Cannot be small thing. Say, are you a debt collector? Which is appointers claim Governor Sim Fubara could not. What an absurdity of illegality. Okay, now. I stand by his view. The illegal and unconstitutional sole administrator can go to court. We'll meet him there. But my main concern now is a trendy suggestion by my colleagues that the NBA should refund the money and not be funded by those in power. I welcome these suggestions. Let us begin by setting examples. Those who believe that the money should be refunded should start by making donations to the NBA, enabling the association to return the money to the governor of Rivers State when he is reinstated. Exactly. If we are going to even return the money at all, we are going to return it to the governor of Rivers State when he has been reinstated back as the governor, not to you, sole administrator. As far as I know, the NBA survives largely on donations from government and others willing donors to fund its annual general conferences. Conference registration fees alone are not sufficient to host this event. How many lawyers in Nigeria are willing to and ready to donate generously to the NBA for its annual conferences? How much do we pay as membership fees to fund NBA activities? Even the practicing fees are reluctantly paid by many. Can you imagine this country? Are we as lawyers truly ready for an independent bar that does not go cap in hand to fund its activities and conferences? Many times we even struggle to pay for annual conferences year in, year out. We debate the conference fee. How many senior lawyers, especially Senior Advocate of Nigeria and other senior members of the profession, are willing to pay 1 million naira each as conference fee for NBA events? Yet, we eagerly pay far more to attend Ibas and CLA events, including flight tickets and accommodation. While I deeply appreciate the views of my colleagues on the need for the NBA to be self-funded and self-sufficient, we must all commit to financially supporting the association and ensuring its accountability, the NBA must invest, grow, and become profitable to stand tall. That said, I see no reason to return the money, especially since it was not tied to hosting rights. If we all agree that the NBA should not accept the money from the government, then we must also agree to fund it ourselves. Exactly. If people are not going to fund your conferences, who is going to fund it for you? Now, AEC Daniel says, please take it easy with the sole administrator. He's only enforcing what he was ordered to do from Abuja. They are just, the man doesn't have shame. They are just pushing him here and there. He will come and say something today. He will say, no, he didn't say it though. I didn't say it though. It was a false news though. Now, first, he said he did not summon the governor. You were the one that summoned him. Later, you say it's a false news. Now you're telling NBA to refund the money. Are you the one that gave them the money? For real? Are you the one that gave them? Tayo Oladosi says, what's the justification for the sole administrator to demand for a donation to be refunded? Lawyers needs to be united in thoughts and actions. That's the only way to overcome being tossed around. Exactly. They need to be independent. That's why they are easily bought. How much are they even paid there? Because the way all of them are easily bought, I don't understand. Nwadu Chinedu says everyone is shouting 300 million naira, but Yesom Wike was buying judges billions of cars and houses and nobody complained. Abi? Ifeanyi says, I will not be the one to tell learned lawyers what to do with this matter. Money was donated by a legitimate governor, and a pariah vexed that he could not secure legit by his participation in the AGCs making demand for the refund. Does he not remember that the governor is on suspension? Illegally though, and will come back eventually. Abi? Maybe the suspension was a smoke screen of the governor's tenure termination. Maybe. Olatunde Taiwo says he's out of his senses. Him that was not elected as governor, he's talking like original human being. People are not respecting the sole administrator. Ibas says this illegal sole administrator should know his limit. Don't be small thing. Cleto says cheap popularity seekers everywhere. Who is looking for cheap popularity? Ebunine says, I agree with you that NBA should not have anything to do with unlawful and illegal government headed by Mr. Abbas that does not know the law of Rivers State. It is clear that whatever Mr. Abbas is doing in Rivers State is unlawful, ab initio, and of no effect. Abiodun says the president should wave into the matter. What are they waving into the matter? What are they looking for? What are they looking for waving into the matter? Now, my listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.